Hi, welcome to our online webinar on YouTube. My name is Matt Grantovich, and I will be your today's trainer on industrial automation. During this live stream, I will show you how to read electrical schematics. So, this is a short electrical schematic tutorial. This is just a beginning. Everything you will find in our full course on our platform, contribite.tech. Let's get started. You have here the chat, you can ask questions. So what do we have here? Today I will show you how to master reading electrical schematics in industrial automation. Uh, and I will show you that using electrical schematic. Here we have electrical schematic of a industrial machine. This is a pallet wrapper, and I have also a 3D model of a 3D model of a control cabinet. Based on electrical schematic, you can create such a model. And in our course, we'll show you how to read electrical schematic, and I will show you the potential of each connection and also appliances in control cabinet based on 3D model. So you can learn how to connect the main power supply, how to connect terminal blocks, switches, lamps, contactors, power supplies, PLCs, etc. If you join our course, you will get access to this electrical schematic and 3D model of a control cabinet. Thanks to that, you can learn very quickly how to use electrical schematic in practice. And wait until the end. During this live stream, I will show you the real electrical schematic for the PLC, inverter, and the motor. Okay, so let's get started with this live stream. As you can see, here we have the PLC, and the PLC controls inverter. It sends signals to the inputs of the inverter, and inverter controls the speed of the motor. For that, I have electrical schematic, and if you have a skill how to read such a schematic, you'll be good engineer in the future. Okay, let's go back to my presentation, but firstly, we'll go to our website and look at that. Here we have promotion. You can join our course until this Thursday, and we have a discount for you. It's 49% off. So you have a couple days to make a decision, and you can join our platform. If you go to contribite.tech, here you can find all our courses and our promotion. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. So today I will introduce you to automation wiring diagram. I will show you some basic symbols and schematic elements, how to quickly interpret signal flow and control, and the most common mistakes and how to avoid them. Write in the chat, where do you come from? What do you want to learn from us, from Contribite? We'll answer your questions on the chat and also during this live stream. So here we have example CAD software. If you would like to draw electrical schematics, you need to use CAD software, or you need to have a skill how to read electrical schematics. But if you want to draw such wiring diagrams, you need to use one of those example softwares. First of the software is SolidWorks Electrical. In our company, we use this software, and this electrical schematic is drawn in this software. Then we have really popular software, which is ePlan. Then we have AutoCAD Electrical, and WS-CAD, and Z Electrical. Maybe you use one of this software, write in the chat. Okay, so I have a quick challenge for you. Write in the chat, what do you see here? In which software was this wiring diagram drawn? What is the software here? Hello, Maciej. Is it possible to purchase several courses and then complete them over the next few months? Is there a time frame for completing them? No, we don't have such a time frame. You can join our courses, and you can learn on your own pace. So you can purchase the course, you have access to our e-learning platform, and you can learn whenever you want. You need to have only the computer with internet access. Okay, Godfrey, you're from Uganda, and you would like to learn automation. Serbia need to learn how to read elevator schematics. In elevators, maybe there is a lot of inverters. So today I will show you how to connect that, such a inverter. SolidWorks. Shahab use SolidWorks, maybe electrical. Jimmy Dunek. I would say that it's created in ePlan. Yeah, this is an ePlan, I think. This is ePlan. Okay, so next question. What is this software? This is a SolidWorks electrical, and we use this software in our company. Then we go to next software. This is Z Electrical, I think. And we have some more schematics, but look at that. All schematics are drawn in different software, but symbols are similar. So here we have the contactor, three-phase induction motor, the coil of the contactor, and many more. So look at that. Here we have the sample page of electrical schematic, and here we have the connection of main power supply. Here we have the terminal block. It could be WAGO terminal block. Then we have isolator, device, and then we have fuses. Here we have switches of the contactor, and here we have simple inverter for the motor. And also here we can add the socket in our control cabinet. Here on the green we have the bonding protective circuit. So how we describe each component, each industrial automation component? Here we have, for example, area, and function of the element. Here we have 2D layout of the machine. It could be packaging machine. Here we have the entry conveyor. Then we have the main machine, the main stage of the machine, and we have output conveyor. Close to the mechanical parts, we have the first control cabinet, the second control cabinet, and also air conditioning. Here we have the control cabinet with HMI. This is the first device, and this is disconnecting, isolating device from the power supply. Here we have 3 switches, and such a device we use the symbol Q. This is Q1, and also here we have nominal current for the device. Next, we have symbols of disconnecting devices. Like here we have contactor, the symbol of the contactor. And we have the numbers 1 and 2. Then we have contactor with automating triggering, circuit breaker, disconnecting switch, and isolating switch. On the schematic, you will see a lot of such symbols for disconnecting devices. So you need to learn first about that. Kabuki, I'm from Romania. I'm working in electrical materials distribution, and I'm very interested to know more about panels and controls. Very nice. So this is the perfect place for you. You can join our e-learning platform and start learning about industrial automation and control cabinets. Okay, here we have the next device. Here we have fuses, and look at that. We can also put such a fuse in the control cabinet using such a WAGO terminal for fuses or different manufacturer like Phoenix Contact. Here on my PLC training station, I have also terminal blocks from WAGO and Phoenix Contact. So what we have here, this is the symbol of a fuse. So this is like a rectangle with a line in the middle. And usually we designate such a symbol using F letter. Here, look at that. Here we have protective bonding circuit, PE, using this green line with dot. And here we have neutral wire. After the fuse, we have the symbols of lamps. H1 lamp. This is the letter for the lamp. Here we have the symbol. H2, H3, and H4. Here we have the lesson from our e-learning course, and we describe each device. Here we have general provisions for isolating device. And here you see some of devices. Here we have the switch. Like here I have the switch. Maybe I will show you that on my PLC trainer. Look at that. This is the switch. I can use that switch to choose the direction of rotation of the motor. So maybe we go right, okay? I will push the start button and we start the motor. And also we can change the direction to the opposite side. And let's start the motor the opposite side. So as you can see, we can use such a device to control the direction of the motor. When we have the isolating device in the box, and here we have automatic fuse, MCB, miniature circuit breaker. This is MCB from Schneider Electric, miniature circuit breaker. Hello from Ukraine. Thanks for your training. Nice to have you there. Yesterday, I was on a Ukrainian Polish wedding. It was really, really nice wedding with beautiful music. So greetings from Poland for you. Okay, so here we have the slide, and we see the construction of isolating switch. Here we have contacts with screw terminals. When we have shaft extension, on-off switch, power cable cover, and door handle. So here we have the requirements of such a isolating device. Each of the element in the control byte in a control cabinet has requirements to use that in our industrial automation application. If we go to the datasheet, we can see all the necessary basic parameters like free thermal current, enclosed thermal current, and many more. How to mount such a operating device on the control cabinet? Here we have dimensions, how to install such an element on the control cabinet. As you can see, we mount it here. Okay, what we have here, we have the three phase L1, L2, and L3, and those are power lines or potential lines, and they are marked here in red. Maybe let's go to the practical side of our project. So look at that. Here we have electrical schematic. On the first page, we have the name of the project. This is pallet wrapping machine, and description of the project, and also the client for the machine. Then we have the list of components, and also location and function of each element. And look at this page. This is really important page because here we divide our industrial automation machine for locations and functions. What is location area? It's, for example, area A1, and this is area for main electrical cabinet. So if we designate each element in the control cabinet, we need to add area location of the element. If we add to the symbol of the element letter A1, it means it is located in main electrical cabinet. We have also different locations like A2, this is wrapper control cabinet, and A3, station and equipment. In area A3, we have conveyors here, and here we could, for example, mount in this area the motor for each conveyor. What's more, we have functions, like here we have F2 function, and this is entry conveyor. F3, this is central conveyor wrapper, and F4, exit conveyor. So each element could be can be used for particular function. Okay, let's go to the next page, and here we have the main power supply. Maybe on the right I will take the 3D control cabinet. On the left side I have electrical schematic. If you join our course, you get access to both electrical schematic and this control cabinet. Let's think about power supply of the machine. So if you see here we have terminal blocks for 3 phases. Then we have neutral cable and protective bonding cable PE. If we go to the control cabinet, it means that we need to find the first terminal block with WAGO terminal blocks. And here we have 3 phases, L1, L2, L3, and PE. So, as you can see, you can compare the connections in electrical schematic with the real 3D model of a control cabinet. And if we go to electrical schematic, we can see the potential. The potential is goes to Q1 device, which is isolating device. And we go with 3 phases to this Q1 device. You see that on electrical schematic we have Q1 device. This is isolating device. If we go to the 3D model of electrical schematic, we have Q1 isolating device, and we see we connect here 3 phases. If we click on the cable is highlighted, and we can easily see where this cable is connected. It is connected to terminal block to the main power supply. But we have also here 2 more letters. We have F1 letter plus A1 letter, and then the symbol for the isolating device, which is Q. F1, this is the function 1. A2, it is area 1. Let's go back to the schematic. I remind you that F2, this is the entry conveyor, and N1 is a main control cabinet. So this device is for entry conveyor, and sorry, not entry conveyor. It's another function. This is the function for the whole machine. And A1 is, of course, area 1, which is the main control cabinet. Look at that. Here we have wires and connections. In this electrical schematic, in this CAD software, we use red wire. Then we have protective earth wire, PE. This has the green line with dots. When we have connecting nodes, no connection, like here, so the lines are crossed. When we have wiring harness with that symbol and set of elements, we use this symbol for that. What's more, in electrical schematic, we use potential arrows, and we also add names for each potential arrow. Like here, we have PE and etc. What we have here, this is circuit breaker. Then we have terminal blocks using X2 letter and the lamp. Here we have two different potentials, and if the lines are crossed, it indicates that there is no connections between wires. And here we have another connection. Here we have the intersection of lines defines whether a wire connects to the potential of another or bypasses it. So we have two types of connections here. Next, really important devices, we use overcurrent circuit breakers. And here we have for the one phase miniature circuit breaker. Then we have 3 phases and also with protecting banding earth wire. Let's go to the next element, which is really important element, motor switch with electromagnetic protection and overcurrent protection. Here we have we can use the switch to set on the motor, to close the contacts of the this motor switch. Also, we can use this option to set current for overcurrent protection. On the top we have connection of power supply, 3 phases, and here we have outputs for the motor, 3 phases for the motor. Really important device. In our course, we show you how to choose such a motor switch for our application. Software name. We use SolidWorks Electrical for drawing electrical schematics. Okay, let's go to the practice. I will show you that on the screen. So here I have my PLC trainer. This is a small control cabinet for education purposes. what I have here, I have the PLC, and I connect the power supply for the PLC, 24 volts DC. Then I have inputs, digital inputs and analog inputs. Also, I connect Modbus RTU, 2 wires for communication, and at the bottom, I have connected outputs, digital and analog outputs. Look that each of the wire, I added here the label. I have the printer for such labels for the wires. So thanks to that, I can easily maintain such a control circuit. Here I have one type panel, but for this lesson, for this YouTube live stream, for me and for you, it is important how to connect the basic elements. So here I have the PLC, but here we have relays, and I connected some outputs to the relays, and I can control the motors, contactors using relays, and many more. Sometimes I can't connect the device directly to the output of the PLC. Firstly, I need to use relays. What's more, I have a potentiometer to control the speed of the motor. Maybe I will show you that. Let's start it. Okay, this is the minimal speed, and I can control the speed of the motor using the potentiometer. I connect this potentiometer to the input of the PLC, and on the output I have the analog value connected to the inverter. Okay, that's all. But what is important for me, it's an electrical schematic. Maybe I'll show you some pages for that. Okay, do you see that? Yes, you can see. Maybe I will go down with lighting. Okay, so here we have the symbol of a Siemens V20 inverter, and look at that. We have here digital inputs of inverter. We use DI letters for that, and we connect the signal from the PLC to control the motor. This is a start signal, stop, and many more. When we have analog inputs and some more inputs and outputs, like here, I have connected the motor to 3 phases of the inverter and protective bonding. Okay, so this is one of the page, but I would like to go to the another page with buttons. Because this is one of the most important part of each control circuit, how to connect buttons to the inputs of the PLC. Okay, so here we have the buttons, and look at that. We have E-stop button. Of course, such a E-stop button, it should be connected to the safety relay, but on this schematic we don't have that. We have only we have connected that only for educational purposes. And this is normally closed contact button. When we have the stop button with normally closed contact, this is the symbol of the button. When we have the reset button with normally open contact, and the start button, and here we have the symbol of the direction switch. We can choose the right or reverse or backward rotation of the motor. All the buttons are connected to the inputs of the PLC. Here we have the inputs. Yeah. So here we have the start button, the stop, reset, and the switch, and also a stop and lamps. Okay. The last part for this will be, yeah, here we have the designation of each wire. And if we go here we have, for example, the designation. Okay, each wire has a designation. For example, module number 1, input I03, and thanks to that we can track each potential on our PLC trainer in the control cabinet. We use that and we add it on electrical schematic. Okay. I hope now you know how to use such a device. In practice, if you join our course, you will get access to such electrical schematic and all the necessary knowledge to get started with industrial automation products and reading electrical schematics. Okay, let's go to the next device. This is residual current circuit breaker. Here we connect also phases as well as neutral cable to track this residual current. Here we have the symbol of the switch for such circuit breaker. Also we have the test button. This is the safety component of such a really important device. Remember about hitting the like button down below the video. It helps us to grow our YouTube channel and share more knowledge with you. So hit the like button. It really helps us to grow. And if you are new on our YouTube channel, hit this subscription, subscribe our channel for more content about industrial automation and robotics. Contactors, really important device. How it looks like. And the main heart of the contactor is the coil. And usually we have designation of the wires for the coil, inputs, A1 input and A2 input. Coil, we use K symbol to designate such a coil for a contactor. When we have 3 switches for the contactor and auxiliary switches, we can use that to, for example, inform that this contactor is on, and we can use such auxiliary switch to connect this signal to the PLC input and use this information in control program. Let's look at the face of the contactor. Here we connect 3 phases for the motor. Here we have 2 terminals for A1 input of the coil and A2. Here we connect, for example, the signal from the relay directly to the coil of the contactor, and here we have the output. When the contactor is on, it means when we add the signal to the coil, the contactor starts, and we can pass the signal to the motor on the output of the contactor. What we have here, this is the symbol of an auxiliary contact. On the sample electrical schematic, and here we have the main contacts of the contactor to supply the target device. It could be 3-phase motor or another device. Here we have the symbol of the stop button, and here we have the symbol of the coil of the contactor. Then we have the circuit breaker with overcurrent protection and electromagnetic protection. Is on-site training available? We can do on-site training available, but it's really expensive, and in our case, we would like to share knowledge online. That's why we have our e-learning platform with online trainings, and we can train more people online all over the world, because we are located in Europe. I don't know where are you located, and we can only train you online, even if you are in Africa, Asia, America. Okay, so we teach people online. It is perfect option for us. Yeah, and then we have relays. I showed you today a relay from company like Finder. Yeah, I use PLC, Finder Opta. I use relays of Finder here. This is the blue part on my PLC trainer. How to use that? This is a similar device for a contactor, but contactor is for higher currents. Okay, relay also has a coil and some contacts. It could be, for example, single pole relay or 2-pole relay or even 4-pole relay. Here we have the look of the interface. We have here the screws for the coil and for outputs. Coil of relay K2 switch on by button S1. So here we have sample application. We start the coil of the relay by pressing the start button. And when we energize the coil of the relay, contacts K2 is switched on and the lamp is on. So this is really simple electrical schematic with a relay. Remember, usually the coil of the relay is energized using DC current, we need to add plus and a minus of 24 volts DC. Where in Europe are you located? It doesn't matter because we train online. And if you want to meet us, we will be in Nuremberg on Nuremberg first in in Germany this year in November. In the end of the November, we can meet in Germany. What is the difference between one pole relay and two poles relay? So here we have maybe I will show you that on a schematic. Look at that. Here we have simple schematic, and if you look on the two-pole relay, when we energize the coil, we have the two contacts. Okay, two same contacts, two poles. Okay. In a single pole relay, we have only one circuit. Yeah, when we energize the coil, we switch on only one one circuit. Okay, Pablo Garcia. Very nice. Nice to have you here in Poland. We are based in Poland, of course, but we teach only online, as we said. Yeah, this is our way of teaching. If you want to join our society, our Discord, join our courses, and you will have access to our knowledge. Okay, then we have such a box with two switches, buttons, the push button, normally open contact here, and normally close contact stop button. If we start button, we of course start the contactor. What about buttons? This is the symbol of the button, and this is the symbol of contact drive function. Here we have contact drive. Look at that. On my training station, I have 3 push buttons with a plain option of starting such a button. We have description of the device and terminal marking. We have one terminal and another. We can construct such a symbol for switching devices from different symbols. And this is contact drive function, but it could be another drive function. Then we have this symbol. It could be the button or even a sensor, or such a e-stop button. It's similar to mushroom, okay? And on the screen, this is a symbol similar to mushroom. You can remember that, but all the push buttons are different. Then we have multi-position switches, and this is the sample control cabinet, the face of the control cabinet, and we have mounted here a lot of switches, push buttons, and even emergency stop or potentiometers. Each button has a connection terminal connection, and we connect the power supply and the signal of the button. Yeah, so we, for example, here we add here the power supply. When we start the button, when we push the button, the contacts gives the power to the next circuit. But here on the slide you see rotation switch. Just a switch with three states: 0, left, and right. Maybe I will show you here. Yeah, here we have the right direction, 0 position, and another side, another direction of the motor. So this is a switch for example, choosing the direction of the motor. We have 3 stable positions: A, 0, M. What's more, we have inductive sensor, magnetic sensors. In our course, we'll give you the PDF file with all necessary symbols and sample electrical schematics with applications of such devices in real-world examples. Here we have the symbol of sensors, like capacitive sensors, contractor sensor, optical, inductive sensors, and many more. We have another lessons about that. It is really important topic, how to use sensors and analog input outputs for our PLC. Remember, hit the like button down below the video. You can help us grow the YouTube channel. Here we have another option for designation of the potential. And if you know the basic devices like switches, lamps, relays, and many more, you can straight go to the PLC. So what is the PLC? Here on the slide, we have one of the most popular CPU in Europe, maybe even in the world. This is S7-1200 Siemens device. Maybe I will show you one of this device. No, I don't have that. Have that? Yeah. Here I have the Siemens device, but this is a different device. This is only remote I/O device, but here we have the main CPU. As you can see, we connect some signals to the input at the top, the input of the PLC, and also we add here power supply for the PLC. At the bottom, we connect outputs, for example, lamps or relays. The same here on my PLC trainer. I have the inputs at the top and the outputs at the bottom. If you want to be a good engineer, electrician, industrial automation programmer, PLC programmer, you need to know how to wire such a PLC or how to read electrical schematics using that. Okay. Do you have more questions? Now we know how to connect such a PLC trainer. If you don't have questions, you can go to our website. I will send you the link to our website. Here we have the look of our website. Look at that. At the top we have our Contribite partners. We collaborate with the best companies in the industry like Finder, Wieland, OT, Automanet, Wago, and many more. Lensa. Now we gather people for our industrial automation course. If you click on that, this is industrial automation basics and electrical schematics, how to read electrical schematics. You can play this video, and on this video I show you how to start with that course and what is inside. We have the skill level, what you will find inside, and here we have the course outline. You can see what you have inside. Of course, you will download for free such an electrical schematic to analyze that, and the 3D model of a control cabinet. So we have 18 modules. You can even see here sample lessons, what you can find inside. What is really important, you will join our Discord support forum, and we help our students how to get started with industrial automation and how to read electrical schematics. So here we have the first module, which is introduction to the project. We describe how the machine works, industrial pallet wrapper, based on a 3D model of the machine and 3D model of a control cabinet. We'll create project assumptions and we'll list drives. Inside, you'll learn about HMIs, PLCs, relays, frequency inverters, contactors, safety systems, terminal blocks, and power supply. When we go to selection of control cabinet protection, we will connect the power supply to the machine. We'll select the parts disconnect device, protection of switchboard power cable, and we also describe you how to select cable colors in automation. When we go to basic elements in the control cabinet, we'll show you how to use connectors, service circuits, temperature control devices in the cabinet, ventilators, heaters, circuit breakers, fuses, and disconnectors. When we go to the basic knowledge about electric drives, here we have the knowledge about induction motor, how to control the motor, and I will show you the methods of controlling the motor. We will select motor protections and contactors for the system, and also we'll show you how to connect inverters and servo systems. Here I have, for example, the servo system, servo amplifier. We can connect here the motor and control that. In such a system, you need to know how to select electrical motors, inductive motors, and servo systems for such a industrial machine. When we go to control circuits, you learn about PLCs, how to connect that, how to select 24 DC power supply, and how to connect PLC to the controller, and we'll show you that on electrical wiring diagram, how to do that. Maybe let's go to our electrical schematic. Here we have the view of inverter, but we are looking for connection of the PLC. Yeah, and this is the connection of inputs and outputs of the PLC. So we'll show you how to do that. Yeah, here we have inputs and outputs and how to connect external devices to our system, like HMI buttons, how to connect valves, relays, and many more devices. Why should you join this course? Because based on that, you can create a portfolio of projects, and also you can create a CV for your future employer. The bonus number 1 is a diagram drawing guide. Inside, you'll find the most frequently used electrical symbols with explanations, photos of equipment, and explanation of terminals, how to read diagrams, sensors, buttons, switches, disconnectors, fuses, power systems in machine relays, contactors, topology of electrical diagram. So we'll give you such a PDF with all the necessary symbols and description of the devices. Bonus number 2, we will show you how to download the guide to functional safety with the support of Wieland Electric Company. What is the price of today's training? It's only €97 in a discount. You have only 3 days. After 3 days, the price will go higher, and the regular price of this course is €189. Right now, you can buy it in this price. If you click on buy this course here at the top or here, you will go to okay, I will send you a link to the course on the chat once again. Yeah, and if you click the link to buy the course, you'll go to this website, and here you can choose the single course, which is Industrial Automation Basics and Reading Electrical Schematics. Just click on Add to Cart, or you can choose another course bundles. This is like a PLC bootcamp. You can just choose the big bundle with 6 courses for programming PLCs, communicating, and also the basic course with reading electrical schematics. But this is the core, the bundle of 6 courses. If you want to buy such courses, single courses, you will pay above €1,000. But if you buy this bundle right now, you'll save a lot of money. So I think if you want to be a professional PLC designer, PLC programmer, just join this bestseller bundle. And also we have another bundle that's just for basics, and this is Master the Basic of Automation Siemens PLC Programming. This is only €249. Here we have 2 courses, Industrial Automation Basics and Programming in Ladder Logic. Let's say you would like to just join only this single course. Just click on Add to Cart, and you will go to the secure payment, which is Stripe. You will buy it on the Stripe. Here, just choose your local currency, or just choose euros, and you will buy this course. You can also add here a bundle, for example, another course to your package. Let's say I will add it. Then on the right, you have payment methods, like you can pay by card, PayPal, or another payment located in your country. You have Revolt Pay, Ideal, Mobile Pay, and many more payment gateways. Okay. Here you need to type your email and choose, for example, PayPal or card, and click on Pay. Controlbyte.tech will teach you how to be a professional industrial automation engineer. I think this way of learning is the best option if you want to be a professional in a short scope. You can learn the basics in only 1 month with us, with our help. If you join our course, you will get also access to our Discord chat. I will show you our Discord. Yeah, and if you go to Industrial Automation Basics, look at that. We have a lot of people on our Discord chat, and they work with us. They have challenges. They learn how to use the documentation of the devices. They use electrical schematic. Here, one of our students learn about motor switches, how to use them in the project. They also learn how to select servo drive for the system, for the industrial machine, and many more. So this is our support group. We see a huge community of people who want to be professional in industrial automation. Wait a minute, I will show you the more information about the course, what you learn. Okay, for whom is that course? For people who want to create projects, upgrade installations, provide maintenance, and manage projects in the automation industry. So if you are this guy, just join our course. When we created the course, we asked future automation engineers what challenges do they face. Maybe you don't have access to the right expensive automation equipment. I know that a lot of people can't afford such really expensive PLC trainers, such as stand cost about 10,000 euros. But with us, you will get access to the virtual control cabinet and electrical schematic, and you can learn only using your computer. You don't need to buy expensive hardware for start. You need to start by learning the basics of automation with a 3D model of a control cabinet. We'll give you PDF files of electrical schematics and free tools from manufacturers. Maybe you never dealt with projects and you don't know how to start. Don't worry. You learn from the basics with our real projects of pallet wrapper based on 3D model of a control cabinet. We'll show you how to use standards, manufacturer documentation, and exercises with specialists, with us, with me, Matt Kurantovich and Jacob Bydulski. Maybe you are overwhelmed by the amount of knowledge to acquire. In the course, we explain concepts from basic to complex. So you don't need to have a knowledge at the start. We'll show you everything from scratch, from basics to more complex products. And a lot of people have lack of motivation. I know that is a problem. That's why we created Discord support group to help you stay motivated and stay focused on how to read electrical schematics, industrial automation. Maybe you would like to carry out industrial automation projects on your own. In our course, you will have tasks to solve on your own. You will receive tips from us, then use the knowledge you have acquired in real projects. So on our e-learning platform, we'll give you tasks to do something. For example, to use technical documentation of the device, to use this device in the project. If you don't have time for training, don't worry, you have access to training 24/7 from a computer with internet access. You can even this course you can even do on a tablet or using only your smartphone, but it's better to have an access from a computer, and that's all. How long does the training take? It takes about 1 to 2 weeks. You can spread your activity even over the whole year. If you don't have time right now, just you can buy the access to the course, to our e-learning platform, and you can spread your activity. You can do the course on your own pace. We support you all the time on Discord. Access is not expensive. You need to know that the training on site is really expensive. It can cost about 5,000 euros or even more. But we teach online, and the price is really low. Thanks to that we can teach people online. We don't need to go to your factory. You don't need to come to our headquarters. We provide training online. So we have a special offer for you. Now we have opened a registration for a training program for a group of 50 future industrial automation specialists. The offer is time limited. There are only a few days left to join the training. Then we close the registrations and there will be no possibility to join. Right now, we gather people for this training. Remember, you have safe transactions using Stripe or PayPal, and we have option money back guarantee in 14 days. If you say that it is not for you, the course is not for you, you don't like it, just write an email to us and we will refund your money. We refund your course, we will send you money back. But all our students are happy with our trainings, so we know that you will be happy too. Check how to join the course in the link on the chat. This is the link on the chat. I will send you the link once again. Okay. Yeah, this is the link, Industrial Automation Basic course. You can join today. And this is limited offer right now, and there is a discount offer from our company Contribite, Industrial Automation Basics online course. When you sign up for the course, you will get access to our e-learning platform and the Discord chat support group. Immediately, you will have access using your email. And I have a question to you. Do you want to sign up for the Industrial Automation Basics training with support of professionals? If the answer is yes, check out our webpage. Once again, join us or write an email on contact@contribite.tech. We'll answer your questions if you have questions for us, or also, or you can reach us on WhatsApp. And that's all. We have our YouTube channel, Contribite Automation, Instagram, Facebook, our website, and you can also observe us on TikTok. But our YouTube channel is growing. So thank you for your support. Once again, remember, you have only 3 days for your decision. We wait for you on our e-learning platform. Thank you for watching. Now you know how to read electrical schematics using this schematic. You know how to use symbols in real-world application. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and see you in the course.